Imagine spending 12 years going to medical school to become a doctor, but graduating and becoming an influencer instead. I know, crazy, right? And what if I told you big companies have been paying doctors to influence you online? Somewhere right now, a brand is deciding which dermatologist they're gonna pay to be the face of their product. And by the time they make a video promoting that product and post it, you won't be able to tell if it's educational content or just an advertisement. So this begs the question, should we trust every product recommendation from a board-certified doctor with tons of followers? How much do these dermatologists even make from sponsorships? Are they ever spreading misinformation, even unintentionally? Today, we're diving deep into the surprising world of dermfluencers because the line between education and sponsorship has never been blurrier, and it affects us all. Dermatologists on social media, also called dermfluencers, have exploded in popularity over the past few years, usually posting content revolving around debunking myths, giving general skincare advice to their millions of followers, and fighting back against misinformation, kind of like this.
Lip scrubs, no matter the hack, suck. You might as well be scrubbing a croissant with a, what is this called? A sponge. Not ideal. Not ideal at all.
For years, we all know the skincare world online has been somewhat of a mess. The truth is, most skincare advice online isn't even coming from dermatologists. It's coming from influencers with zero qualifications telling millions of people how to achieve perfect skin. We even had celebrities telling us what their supposed skincare hacks were.
Did have one kind of secret that I remembered from when I was younger, that was olive oil.
Absolute fucking bullshit.
Well,
I'm sorry.
No, that's true. That's what
No.
Jennifer Lopez said.
People were following DIY regimens from accounts run by random people with ring lights and affiliate links. So when actual dermatologists started showing up to correct the record, people tuned in and listened.
This is retinol and collagen.
There's no collagen in bok choy, just use retinol.
If you can't eat your skincare, why would you be putting on your skin?
Because it's skincare, not food. Do you eat your clothes too?
Here's some things that I do to slow down the aging process as a 14-year-old.
You're not even done aging yet.
Dermatologists like Dr. Shah, Dr. Idris, and Dr. Joyce Park built a massive audience by actually teaching us how to take care of our skin and trying to combat misinformation in real time. But while most of their content is pretty educational, some of these dermfluencers are sort of working as salespeople whenever they advertise a brand or product, and that raises concern over hidden conflicts of interest and the professional ethics surrounding endorsement deals.
You're about to find out why the beauty industry is full of shit.
So, before you go and start believing everything you read, there is a shady marketing technique called pay or play.
Pay or play is when a brand doesn't directly sponsor you, but you have a contractual agreement that if you mention, out of the goodness of your heart, a brand, we will pay you $500. Sneeze our name in a second-tier outlet, we will pay you $750. And if you happen to fart our name in a top-tier outlet, we'll pay you $1,000. But no, don't get us confused. We're not sponsoring you directly. You're doing this out of the goodness of your own heart, and we are recognizing your contributions to our brand, and therefore we're gonna pay you. And it's completely, in my opinion, humble opinion, small opinion, unethical. Unethical, because ultimately it's you, the consumer, who's paying the price of distrust, because there's enough snake oil within the beauty industry.
Some dermatologists often have financial relationships with big brands. Companies seek out dermatologists to help build trust with their audience. They are sought after due to their credibility, and brands like to use that white coat bias on consumers, which is a real theory where people generally view doctors in white coats as more capable and professional, and using their doctor title also acts as a sign of authority, and that makes us believe that whatever that person says is true, and also generally makes us not question their authority. It's why toothpaste companies put actors in lab coats in commercials. It's why 9 out of 10 dentists recommended has been on toothpaste commercials for years. It's why someone walking around with MD after their name in their bio gets listened to, even when they're talking about something outside their expertise. So now when you apply this strategy to a TikTok, a dermatologist in scrubs telling you a specific retinol is the best one on the market, your brain most likely chooses to trust this person more than a regular influencer. And as a result, these dermatologists make an insane amount of money from brands. According to this Allure article, a dermfluencer with a following of 2 million can get around $20,000. Oh, sorry. $20,000 for a single branded post. One with under 1 million followers could cut a package deal, including Instagram posts and media interviews for close to 6 figures. What? But here's something people don't really talk about when it comes to dermfluencers. They're living the same exact lifestyle that we criticize regular influencers for. We're talking luxury PR packages, lavish brand trips that shockingly share many similarities to tripping with Tarte, which if you don't know anything about influencer branded trips, then I cordially invite you to watch this video after. The same all expenses paid treatment that gets a regular influencer dragged online is the same treatment these dermfluencers get. But why is that same energy completely absent when it comes to dermfluencers? It's like no one seems to bat an eye. These doctors receive mountains of skincare products in order to do their paid promos, and then suddenly that cleanser that's supposedly the best thing that's ever touched human skin just sits on a shelf somewhere to rot. We will cancel a 22-year-old influencer for unboxing too many products, but a board-certified dermatologist doing the same exact thing, except using their medical reputation to make you trust them more, somehow that's just educational content. Where are the people who are anti-consumption on this one? Because a doctor getting $10,000 worth of skincare products as gifts to post content is still overconsumption. And okay, I guess people can make the argument and say that it's not the dermfluencer who was the one that went out and bought all of these products. It's the company's fault. They should be held accountable. Which, yes, I totally agree. Companies should be held accountable, but it's also the dermfluencer who gave out their address and agreed to receive all the skincare. So they knew what they were doing when they signed up for all this and gave their info out to companies. Am I right? I mean, I don't know how any of this works. I never got a PR package in my life, as you can see. I'm not of any influential status, so I'm just going off speculations and guesses here. But the silence on this seems kind of obvious. What do you guys think? Anyways, sometimes this type of information is publicly disclosed, but other times it's not so transparent, making it hard to tell what's sponsored and what's not. So when they are subtly pushing a face wash that they were paid to recommend, this creates a conflict of interest. And sometimes you can catch the conflict in plain sight.
As a board-certified dermatologist, it's important to me to recommend brands that are not only effective, but also accessible to everyone, and St. Ives exfoliants are just that.
St. Ives apricot scrub is the devil.
I'm begging you to stop using the St. Ives apricot scrub.
Okay, we need to talk about the Salt Air Pink Beach Serum Deodorant. This is not your average natural deodorant. If you want to actually smell good while also treating your underarms, grab the Salt Air Pink Beach Serum Deodorant before it runs out. I can tell who switched to natural deodorant because some of you smell and nobody told you. And before you get mad, it's not your hormones, it's marketing. You're just musty. This is the first and only eye cream powered by 1% estriol. Yep, a prescription strength estrogen that helps rebuild collagen and helps reverse signs of aging. Eye cream is the biggest scam in skincare. Wash your damn pillowcase. Some of you are out here spending hundreds on skincare but sleeping on a bacteria petri dish every single night. Please wash your pillowcase. Your pillowcase probably isn't breaking you out. Your 10 layers of product and no cleansing in the morning probably are.
Conflict of interest happens when someone might use their power or their position to help themselves instead of doing what is best.
A supplement for skin health that actually works. Here it is.
If you think the relationship between doctors getting money from companies started with TikTok and social media, you're gonna be very uncomfortable right now. Because long before there were dermfluencers, there were pharmaceutical companies and doctors making very cozy arrangements behind closed doors. Drug companies would offer physicians lavish gifts in order to entice them to prescribe more of their drugs. This is what Purdue Pharma, the owner of OxyContin, did back in the 90s. They launched an aggressive marketing campaign using incentives in order to boost sales for their opioid pain meds, and this unfortunately worked. So now, because of reasons like this, we have laws in place to prevent these sorts of things from happening. One of them being the Physician Payments Sunshine Act of 2010. This act requires companies to report any payments they made of $10 or more to any doctor they have compensated. These reports are then made public. Now, we can just input a doctor's name and see how much they've received from drug companies. Some examples of the different types of payments doctors receive include getting their flight and hotels paid for by a company, getting tickets to a concert or a football game, or getting a fancy dinner paid for by a medical company. But the major problem here is the Sunshine Act only applies to companies whose products require FDA approval. So since most skincare products are classified as cosmetics, they aren't FDA approved. Cosmetic companies, supplement makers, and medical aesthetic companies also operate outside of the FDA approval. So there's no federal reporting obligations for any of them. Now we may never know exactly how much a dermfluencer got paid for sponsorship, unfortunately. I'm super nosy, so this is really killing me on the inside. Anyways, in this case, this is when the FTC guidelines are supposed to kick in so that influencers remain transparent and we as consumers have some sort of peace of mind. The guidelines make it clear that sponsorships have to be featured in a way that viewers will see and understand clearly that a piece of content is sponsored by verbalizing it on video and including it at the beginning of the description, not buried in a mountain of hashtags or hidden at the very bottom of the caption. And if the content is not disclosed properly as being sponsored, it's illegal, and they can be fined up to $43,280 per violation. But when it comes to enforcing these guidelines, well, the FTC has other more important things to worry about than influencers on social media, so a lot of this stuff goes unnoticed. Now, promoting products isn't necessarily a bad thing, but the ethics behind it matter, especially when it involves doctors. Their opinions are highly valued by the general public. Recommending products in return for compensation is unethical and prioritizes their own personal monetary gain. Now, back to the topic of conflict of interest, but this time let's connect it with dermfluencers launching their own product lines. Dr. Sandra Lee, aka Dr. Pimple Popper, created SLMD Skincare. Dr. Munib Shah, also known as Derm Doctor on TikTok, founded Remedy Skin. Dr. Shireen Idris launched Dr. Idris, which you can now find at Sephora. And there are many, many more. Now, on paper, this sounds great, right? A board-certified dermatologist developed a product that they believe in. They know it works. They're putting their name and their license on it. So why wouldn't we trust that over a random beauty brand? Well, once a dermatologist has a financial stake in a skincare brand, every single piece of content they post is potentially compromised. When one of these doctors recommends that a cleanser with a specific ingredient is the best option for your skin type, and they also happen to sell a cleanser with that ingredient, is that a medical recommendation, or is that them just giving us their best customer service? This is conflict of interest taken to the extreme, because now the product they're promoting isn't just associated with them, it is them. Whether physicians making money off of recommending their own brands or brands they have partnerships with, people have made it clear they feel very uncomfortable with all of this. A doctor's recommendation carries weight because we assume it's based on their best clinical judgment, not for the sake of profits. Dermatology is a small field. People are hesitant to publicly call out colleagues, which means accountability is soft and problematic behavior largely goes unchecked. Plus, nowadays, if you choose to call out a doctor, you'll even get labeled as being a bully.
People I've debunked before were also joining in, like this dermatologist. Back in the day, he posted a video in front of like his entire wall of diplomas saying he avoided chemical sunscreens. So people asked him why, and then he said, they cause kidney disease and birth defects. He also said this to some beauty reporters, and it went super viral because we have an expert saying something unexpected and really scary. People are going to believe it. I posted some stories, and apparently that was bullying.
Truth is, all doctors are humans and make mistakes sometimes. Some doctors own up to their mistakes and choose to correct it, while others choose to take a firm stance on their decisions. These doctors became a lifeline for people who couldn't afford to see a dermatologist, those who lived in areas with no access to specialists, and those of us who just want some quick answers and fixes to some small problems, and that is honestly very valuable. They're making medical information accessible to people who would otherwise be relying on a 19-year-old with a ring light telling them to put lemon juice on their face. But the same authority that makes them valuable also makes them dangerous when it's misused. When the white coat becomes a costume for a brand deal, when a sponsored post slides into your feed presenting itself like clinical advice, this level of deception is not something that we should be taking lightly. The system that allowed pharma companies to give dermatologists Super Bowl tickets to influence their prescriptions didn't go away. They found a way around it by using dermatologists with TikTok accounts. And the solution isn't to hate dermfluencers, it's to be honest with the field, with the audience, and with themselves about where medicine ends and marketing begins. Oh, also, before anyone wants to criticize, let me just stop really quick to say I know not all doctors on social media are promoting products to make money. And I know that a practitioner being compensated as an influencer while also recommending products that they believe in can be both true and exist at the same time. But this video was more of a dig to those medical influencers who need to be more transparent with their audience. And to those dermfluencers who say this,
let me de-influence you as a dermatologist because some of you are being straight up robbed by the skincare industry.
But they also do this.
Use code Layla15 for 15% off. Clinically proven to plump wrinkles, smooth texture, and repair your barrier in just 7 days. Not influencer fluff, actual data. If you want healthy, glowing skin, this is your 3-step prep, available now on Amazon.
Unethical. Unethical.
I know, because why are they using their power and their authority to try to influence us? Oh, and a little word here, or a disclaimer if you will, so I don't get sued. None of the doctors that I mentioned here or that we're seeing in this video are accused of any wrongdoing, and it's just for entertainment purposes if you will. Hopefully that covers my butt. But if there are any lawyer friends here, please let me know what else I should say. And if this video made you think, share it with someone who needs to see it. Drop a comment with your thoughts. And if you have a favorite dermfluencer, let me know in the comments down below.
For those people who get offended when derms do paid partnerships, sorry, I went to med school, not a monastery. You can save your skin and secure the bag.
See you on the next one.